Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I created this Brutalism poster for Air Supply. Air Supply is a rock band that was founded in the 1975, and I found myself listening to their music, these days, so I decided to do a poster for them. So without talking too much, let's get right to it. Also know that all the assets I use are available in the description box below, so you can do well to download them and design along with me. Without talking too much, let's get right to the video. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on new file, and after clicking on new file, you can see what my document settings are. 1080 by 1350 pixels. Orientation is portraits. I have my artboard on. I can also turn it off if I want. I think I'm going to turn it off. Resolution 72, color mode RGB, and I'll just leave the rest the way it is and click on create. Now that our workspace has been created, the next thing I want to do is to create my guides. So I'm going to view, go to guides, and go to new guide layout, and I'm going to change my column. I'm going to remove columns. I don't need columns. What I need is margin and rows. So for the margin, I'll make each margin 60 pixels. Each margin will be 60 pixels. And then for the rows, I need 7 rows, and then I need a gutter of 20 pixels. And I'll click on OK. Right, so this is basically my guide that is going to guide me. All right, next thing we're going to do is to open up our assets. All right, so these are all the assets that we're going to be using for this design. So this is the main image. I'm going to drag it into a new window. The reason I dragged into a new window is because I actually want to remove the text that is here. So how do I achieve that? All right, I'm going to unlock the layer to make it just a flat layer, and I'll select my lasso tool, and I'm now going to create a selection around the text like this. So once that selection is created, I'll hold shift and backspace. It's going to bring up the dialog box. Make sure your content is set to content aware. Alright, and then click on OK. It's going to load for a little bit, and voila, the text is off. So I'm going to right click on that and convert it to a smart object, and I'll press Ctrl C to copy it. I'll come back to my main place, and then I'll press Ctrl V to paste it in. Alright, so I'm going to hide it. I'll select my rectangle tool and create a rectangle like this. I'll make sure it starts from the left edge and ends at the right margin, the left margin to the right margin, and I'll make sure the top is here. You can see the way I'm using my guides, and I'll make sure the bottom is somewhere here. Perfect. So make sure you make efficient use of your guides. Now that I have it, I'm going to take my image up, and I'm going to clip my image to it, right, and then I'll press Ctrl T to transform the size of my image. I'll make sure it fits from edge to edge. I'll play OK. So we have our image there. Then I'll go alright, so we have our image placed perfectly in the position that we want it to be placed. So the next thing I'm going to do is to start copying the necessary texts. So I'll start by copying this coordinate. This coordinates is actually the coordinates for Melbourne, Australia, which is where I believe that's where they first met each other, and that's where the band started. The font I'm using is called Akira Expanded. Alright, Akira Expanded. So I'm just going to reduce the size of this text. Let's try 18. 18 is still way too much. Okay, actually, I copied it twice. So I'm going to place it at the top of the guide. I'll place it at the top of the guide, and I'll go and copy Melbourne, Australia. I'll duplicate this, place it at the other edge. Sorry about that. I'll paste in Melbourne, Australia. Right. Okay. Duplicate it, and then I'll type air. Press Ctrl T. We're going to transform it like this. Now to know the size of the air, I'll first duplicate it and I'll write supply. Right, I'll make it center aligned, and then I'm going to align it to the center. Then I'll press Ctrl T. Then I'll make sure that both edges are end to end. So now that I know what size fits, I can now copy the size, select my air, and then paste in that same size so they have the same size. Now place it at the edge here, and with the guide, you can see the way I'm using the guide. I'm making sure that they are aligned to the guide. That's the entire point of the guide. Alright, so once that is done, the next thing, I'm going to copy this Melbourne, Australia. I'll duplicate it again, take it down to the bottom. I'll go and copy this text that's meant to be at the bottom. Sorry, I have to zoom in. Centralize it, press Ctrl T, and then take it edge to edge, and then move it up. Okay, so our bottom is done. I'll copy Melbourne, Australia, duplicate it again. I'll copy, this is the year that they started, 1975. So I'm going to paste that in. I'll press Ctrl T and then I'll flip it like this. If you don't have this floating dialog box, I've forgotten what it's called, what you can do is press Ctrl T, right click, and then flip horizontal, or rather flip vertical, or rather rotate 90 degrees clockwise. Right, so those are the options that you can use if you don't have this floating dialog box. So I'm just going to press Ctrl T to increase the size a bit, and I think I'll just place it here. So I think there are two things left. The final text is their names, Russell and Hitchcock. I don't think I pronounced that well. So I'll select Melbourne again, duplicate it, paste it in. I think I increase the line spacing to, not the line spacing, the tracking rather, to like 500. I'll place it at the edge of the guide. I'll press Ctrl T. Then I'll reduce the size like this, so it's very tiny. Alright, the last thing I'm supposed to bring in is this sticker. So drag it in, place it here at the edge. Alright, and then I'll place it at the bottom of the guide. Beautiful. So I'll press Ctrl H to hide the guide, so you can see the actual layout that we have. So next thing I'll do is to select the actual image. Then I'll go on select threshold. I'll select both the threshold and the image, and then I'll right click and convert both of them to a smart object. Then I'll double click and enter. I'll select the actual layer, go to filter, go to noise, go to add noise. I'll add a noise of 17 and click on OK. Then for the threshold, I think I'll adjust it a bit to 141. I'll press Ctrl S and I'll go back, and you can see what we have. I'll clip it, make sure your clip is clipped into the rectangle. Alright, so you can see what we have. Then that's not where it ends. I'll now select my, actually the next thing I'll do is now to bring in my texture. So I'll bring in this texture, expand it, change the blending mode to linear dodge. I think I'll leave it at linear dodge. We'll bring in the second one, expand it. This one is white, so I have to go with something like multiply. I'll leave it at multiply, but then I'll reduce the fill. I'll leave the fill at 38. Then I'm going to bring in a gradient map. I'll change the gradient map to, I'll go to some of the gradients I've already saved. Can't remember the one I used. Was it this? Okay, I think it was similar to this. So for the bright side, this is the hex code. And for the darker side, I think I'm going to adjust this hex code a bit, make it slightly darker. Can't remember the exact hex code I used for the original one, but it was kind of dark blue-ish. So this is the hex code I'm using for this one. Click on OK. Then I'm now going to press Ctrl Shift Alt E to create a snapshot of all the layer. Right click and convert it to a smart object. And I'll go to filter and I'll go to camera raw filter to do some basic final editing. I'll just go to light, increase the contrast a bit, go to color. I want a bit of vibrance and saturation. Go to effects, a bit of texture, reduce the vignette, of course, little bit of grain, and then I'll just go to detail, add a little bit of sharpening, and I'll call it a day. So yeah, this is how I created this poster right here in Photoshop. If you learned something, kindly let me know what you learned in the comment section. If there's another tutorial you'd like me to create, also let me know, and yeah, I'll do just that. Thank you for watching to this point, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.